Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to build a 3x3 piston door in Java Edition. First of all, here's what you will need for this build. 11 observers, 2 node blocks. You can also use droppers, dispensers, or hoppers for this. And then 80 solid blocks. You can use any solid block such as oak planks or cobblestone, but I'm going to use stone in this video. And then 20 light blue wolves. You can also use any solid blocks, but I'm just going to use this for a clearer circuit in this video. And then 2 levers, a repeater, 19 redstone dust, and 9 sticky pistons. So first of all, you want to place down your door, a 3x3 door like this, on the ground or any place you want. And then dig down 4 blocks deep underneath it so we can put our wires under. And this hole I dig 4 times 8 or 9, and I think that would be enough. So the first step, we want to put a blue wall right here, right next to the block, the position under the door. So here is under the door, you put it next to it. Then we place a redstone dust on top of it, a lever here, and then a node block next to the wall. And then we're going to place an observer on top of the node block. And just a quick tip, if you want to place a block on top of a block which would interact with your right click, you can press shift and then place the block just as normal, and it will work. And then another wall on top of the observer. So what we're doing right now is when we powered on this block, it will send signal through the redstone dust to the node block. And when the node block is activated, the observer will sense the change and then send signal to the blue wall and power this. So next we're going to put 2 observers right here, 1 blue wall here, redstone dust on top of this, a repeater set to 4 ticks, and then 2 sticky pistons. Next, we'll want to put an observer here and another sticky piston here, facing these 2 sticky pistons. And lastly, 1 observer right here. And now we're done with the hardest part in 3x3 piston door, that is the double piston here. And now I'm going to explain how this works. So for demonstration, I'm going to put only 2 stone blocks here, and I will show you how this works. So when I power this, you can see that 2 stone blocks are pushed upwards, and when I turn this off, it's going to retrieve the 2 blocks. So I already explained how we powered this blue wall, and when the blue wall is powered, it's going to activate the piston next to it. So here the node block is powered by the redstone dust, and then the observer sends the change and sends signal upwards, powering this blue wall, and then power this piston. And because it's an observer, it's going to send out a 1 tick signal. And when a sticky piston get a 1 tick signal, it's going to spit out its block, so it's going to push, but it will not pull back. So after we press the lever, it's going to push up 1 square, but it will not pull back, so it will look like this. And then we're done with the upwards part. Now we look at the route this way through the observer horizontally. So it's the same. We sense the change in the node block, and these two observer will send signal to this blue wall. Powering this blue wall, the redstone dust and the repeater. So when you power the redstone dust, the observer above it will send signal to this piston, and this signal is a 1 tick signal as well, so it will spit out the stone block just like this, and it will not pull back. And then because we have a delay here, so after this piston spit out the stone block, the repeater is going to power the bottom piston and push these two upwards, and then retract, and the top piston will be pulled back. So this is the power on part, and then we're going to explain when it's powered off. So when this powered off, the node block will change again, and the observer is going to send a signal again. So this piston is going to activate and deactivate because it's a 1 tick. So it's going to pull down like this. And then the node block changes, so these two observer will change as well. Send out signal like this to here, to this block, and power the redstone dust. And then again, powering this sticky piston. So this sticky piston will pull back like this. And then this repeater is going to activate the bottom piston and push the sticky piston upwards. So it's going to be like this. And then the bottom one is still extended. And then through this observer, sending signal upwards powering this stone block, it's going to activate the top piston for 1 tick. So it's going to pull down the stone block. And then remember this signal from the observer down here, it's only 1 tick. So after that, the repeater has no signal. So this piston will deactivate. So the top sticky piston will come back down here. So here. And then because there's a change in the repeater, so this observer is going to send a signal again to this stone block, and this stone block will power the top piston again, 1 tick, so it's going to pull downwards. So then we're back to the start. So now we're done with the hardest part. The rest of it is just going to be building the other pistons. Okay, so here's our door, and we're going to, these two pistons will be able to push these two blocks here and retract them. So we're going to deal with these two first. So first we can use the signal from this block by the observer and put redstone dust here. And another observer right here. Oh, here. And because we want to send signal upwards, we can use another observer and another observer like this, but it's too ugly. So you can also use a noteblock here. So when the signal goes through the redstone dust, the observer is going to send signal upwards, changing the noteblock, and this observer sends the difference. So it will send up a signal again. So we're going to put a blue wall here, redstone dust like this, and then two pistons like this. So now we can power on these two pistons with a 1 tick signal. So after you build in this, you can test again by switching on the lever. And you can see that these 4 blocks are pulled back successfully. And when you power off, it's going to push back to their original position. Now we're done with these 4 stone blocks. Now we can move on to the top 3 blocks. And we need 3 pistons above them to pull them back. So again, we can use the signal from this redstone dust and put another observer right here, sending signal upwards. And then can put stone like this and put sticky pistons facing downwards. And then because we want to send the signal to there, so we need some redstone dust above all the pistons. And now we can test again. Okay, it looks very successful. And then again, push back to original position. So now we're done with these 7 blocks. We only need 2 more pistons to pull back these 2 blocks. And we're going to need them right here. So these 2 blocks are just for helping me build this. Like here, right here. And when it's activated, it will pull back these 2 blocks. And we also want a 1 tick signal. So we'll need another observer above this. Oh, sorry. We need it to face upwards, so like this. So, and we put redstone dust on top of it. So when the signal is sent from here, it will sense the change of redstone dust and then send signal to this and powering these 2 pistons. Okay, so let's test again. Okay, all the blocks are pulled back, and then let's power on again. Now it's back to a door, and now we're finished with our door part. Now we just have to cover up all the things around it. And also when we want to open the door more easily, so I'm going to put a lever here so we can open up the door. Sorry, here. But first of all, let's just take more spaces. Okay, we want to move the lever to here. So, we will need to put a dust here and another redstone dust here. And we can put an observer right here. So when we pull the lever, it's going to send a signal to this block, to this redstone dust. And then it's the same for the other side. So let's just put the lever here, another redstone dust, and then an observer pointing this way. So now when I pull, either lever should work. Yeah, now again we'll go back. And with this design, you don't have to worry about when you open up or close the door from one side, you cannot open from the other side, because how it works is the observer sees the change in the redstone dust over here. So as you can see, the redstone dust in the middle is always unpowered. So when we pull the lever, it's going to send a signal to here and a one-tick signal to all the pistons. Okay, so now we just have to cover up all the parts. And the other side as well. Just remember, you don't want to put the stones at the wrong place. So don't put it here, it's not going to work. And other than that, you're going to be fine. Okay, now we're done. If you want to cover, yeah, of course we want to cover all of this, so you can just put the stones around all of this and also on top of here. But now we're done with the door. What? I think I broke the door. Yeah, I just said not to put the doors at the wrong place. Okay, here and here. Okay, we're done. So this is how you build a 3x3 piston door in Minecraft. I really like the 3x3 piston door. It looks very satisfying. You can use a lever to power on. You can also use a button. The only difference is you cannot just switch the buttons for the levers, because when you press a button, it's going to power on and then off. So if you use the same design, it's not going to work. But you can use a copper bulb with a redstone dust on it, and then a comparator to output the signal. So as you can see, now it's on. When I press the button, the light is off. And when I press again, it's on again. And same from the other side. And you don't need to worry you cannot open a door if you press the button from the other side. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy the content, and I will see you guys next time.